Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are having a great day or had a great day. We are, of course, here at the top of the Sky Pillar. As promised, I did run back to the PC and grab Breloom, who, as you can see, is now level 82, by far our highest level Pokemon, but of course, she's only with us to help catch legendaries, such as Rayquaza here. So, without any further ado, let's talk to Zinnia first. Owen, Rayquaza is trying to build up power. It wants power for itself to take you on. Use everything you've got and win over Rayquaza. You have to master it. What about Aster? Aster's cheering us on as well. Alright. It's always weird when like your nemesis is cheering you on. That's always a little bit shady, but let's see what happens. Hopefully not a trap. I'm guessing it's going to be at level 60. I would say 70. I think normally it's level 70, and that seems to be a common level for legendaries, but that would be very high for this point in the game. Especially if it's going to Mega Evolve. It is actually 70, okay. And if it Mega Evolves, it could probably sweep our team in one shot apiece, but we'll see how that goes. So, okay, I actually probably shouldn't have brought Breloom out first now that I think about it. Probably should have brought out another Pokemon to weaken it first, but maybe we'll just revive Breloom, that's fine. Okay, so, I have no idea what it knows. Its ability by default is Airlock, which means there can be no other weather conditions. Alright, it's going to use Fly. Um, so I would love to bring in Lily to do like a Dazzling Gleam. I think that would do a lot of damage without knocking it out. But Lily definitely cannot take a Fly from Rayquaza. Now the bright side is it hasn't Mega Evolved, so maybe that happens after I catch it. We'll have to see. But that will make it significantly easier to catch for sure. I guess it would be the only wild Pokemon you could find Mega Evolved. And see how much that did even to Slate, who has a very high defense and resists it. I'm pretty sure we're slower. Let's go ahead and use Rock Polish. And it uses Extreme Speed, okay? So we now know two of its moves. I might go ahead and heal up Slate, because it seems like Slate can probably resist all of Rayquaza's moves, and in fact, it's probably very unlikely that Rayquaza knows, like, Flamethrower or anything like that. I don't know if it knows Draco Ascent. That might kill me from this range. Let's go ahead and use I guess a Hyper Potion. And hopefully it doesn't use Fly. Maybe we'll find out a little bit more what it knows. It did learn Fly. Okay. The reason I didn't want it to learn Fly is because now I have a turn where I can do pretty much nothing at all. Um, I guess I'll use another Rock Polish, make sure I'm super duper faster. I don't know. Anyway, so now he will attack, and then next turn I will go first and can actually start doing some damage here. Of course, Rayquaza does not have the ability Sturdy, so we do have to be a little bit careful about not knocking it out. That being said, I think even a crit Meteor Mash at this level range probably wouldn't knock it out. Yeah, it didn't do almost anything at all. Alright, so at least this turn we can use an item. Do we have any like Soda Pop or anything like that? Citrus Berry, but I think we've taken a little more than a quarter of our health, so hopefully I don't need all 29 of these. Let's go ahead and use another one. So my goal here is just to kind of get its health maybe definitely less than half, probably even like less than a quarter, I would say. I think the goal is going to be to get to the point where a crit would knock it out, and then we can't risk doing another like Meteor Mash. So once we get to that point, we can either, I guess we'll probably just let Slate faint. Ooh, this is close. So Meteor Mash crit, it would be really close. I don't, well, the yellow means under half though, right? So I guess depending on the damage spread, it could knock it out. Let's go ahead and use Zen Headbutt. I'm a little worried. I guess we can always reset worst case scenario. I'm a little worried it knows Dragon Ascent, I think it's called, which is a base 120 move, flying type, that lowers your defense and special defense. It's basically the flying equivalent of close combat, and it is Rayquaza's signature move. Okay, so we know three of its moves, but at least in competitive battling, I think it's the key to Mega Evolving your Rayquaza. I don't know if it's going to be plot-wise or not, but the reason Rayquaza doesn't have to hold a Mega Stone is because it can instead Mega Evolve as long as it knows Dragon Ascent. Alright, so we're definitely getting there now. Trying to think, do I want... The trouble is, I guess Extreme Speed and Um, Extreme Speed and Dragon Pulse. I think Breloom could probably survive one of them. Fly, definitely not, being 4 times weak, unless our Focus Band triggers. But I don't want to risk like a crit Zen Headbutts. Let's just waste an Earthquake. Of course, it will not affect it. That's okay. Oh no, it knows Dragon Dance. Okay, that's not good. Because kind of like a Zelf and its nasty plot, that means it's only going to get stronger and stronger to the point where it won't power up Dragon Pulse because that's a special move. But it will power up Extreme Speed and Fly, so that's not ideal. You know what, I guess, why am I using Earthquake? Why don't I just throw Dust Balls? It is nighttime, so that should work. Alright, Dust Ball, there you go. 33, I wonder if that's actually not going to be enough, but I guess we have a couple other balls as well we can throw. Just the odds wouldn't be as good. Ooh. Well, that was incredibly easy. I wonder if it's... Is that just good luck? Is it set to always be caught as soon as you throw a Pokeball at it? Guess we didn't even really need Breloom after all, but I'm sure we'll need her for some other boss fights coming up. The Sky High Pokemon. It flies forever through the ozone layer, consuming meteoroids for sustenance. The many meteoroids in its body provide the energy it needs to Mega Evolve. Clearly a new Pokedex entry for this game. And there it is, very cool, based on a more Asian-type dragon, which is appropriate because the game is made in Asia, whereas like Salamence and Dragonite are more like European dragons. We will not give Rayquaza a nickname, and it is in the PC. I wonder how that's going to affect things. I wonder what happens next. Okay, Rayquaza wishes to join your party. Please select Pokemon to send back. So just like Latias, you have no choice. Well, we probably won't be catching any more legendaries this episode. Let's go ahead and send back Breloom. Is it over? I hope not. Congratulations, Owen. And thank you. History has chosen you. The truth remains that Rayquaza chose you and not me. But, I like this but. While I don't know how to put it into words exactly, I think I understand why. Oh, I thought she was going to like fight us and try to take Rayquaza back or something. You will be successor to our long history now, and I pass to you the final key to Rayquaza's true power. A move that only it can learn, Dragon Ascent. Alright, so do I have to choose a move to delete or does it do it automatically? I wonder if it does it automatically. I guess it's time that I do my last task as Lorekeeper. You have obtained Rayquaza's power for your own. Now I will have you prove to me that you can master that power in battle. That is the final duty of the last Lorekeeper of the Draconid people. Show me that you can exceed it, the entirety of history that we have clung to until today. Ooh, my pulse, I can feel it racing. Yes, I'm feeling totally pumped. Ah, this is it. Oh, so of course, the one time I actually want to heal up before battle and maybe change around the order of our team is the one time we don't get to. Only 5 Pokemon, but okay. Goodra, very cool. So I'm glad we get to face her, but I really wish we had faced her with like Rayquaza on our team. That would have been really cool and really challenging. Alright guys, well I guess I'm sure it's going to make this battle incredibly easy, but yeah, as much as I like to fight with our team, Rayquaza's already out, and I do want to show it off on screen at some point, so what do you say we go ahead and use Mega Rayquaza just this once and see how it goes. Okay, so now we do have Dragon Pulse. We instead of Fly, we now have Dragon Ascent, which makes sense. Um, Trouble with Dragon Ascent is if I don't want to KO it, I will take extra damage from its attacks in return. Maybe I'll use a Dragon Dance first and then just Dragon Ascent the whole team. That could be a good strategy. I could use Dragon Pulse, but Goodra has a pretty good special defense, so probably not a one-hit knockout. I think the Dragon Dance is the best strategy. And I will play it smart, because no reason to go easy on her. Hopefully we have other opportunities to use our real team against, because I think Mega Rayquaza might sweep her team here, especially if they're all Dragon type and weak to... Well, I guess we don't know any Dragon attacks that are physical. So yeah, the Mega Rayquaza, so Airlock just prevents the effects of other weather effects on the field. Airlock, as long as Rayquaza is on the field, makes a new weather effect, a strong air current, which reduces the damage it takes from any move that would be super effective against a flying type, so ice, electric, and rock. You can see wind on the bottom pane there. So in other words, Rayquaza would have taken a lot of damage, 4 times super effective, um, if it did not have that ability. But because there is the strong air current in effect, it only took ×2 damage. Now it can be overridden if like a Primal Groudon or a Primal Kyogre come in. You can't use like Rain Dance or even like regular Drizzle, but I think with Primal Kyogre or Primal Groudon's abilities, Primordial Land and Primordial Sea, those do override um, whatever this ability is called. I already forgot. The Strong Air Current, and whichever one comes into the field last prevails. Ooh, okay, so actually, can't use Dragon Descent here because it's not going to be very effective. And I think Mega Rayquaza, its special attack and physical attack are the same. So, okay, Dragon Descent is base 120. Stab is 180. Hab is 90. Plus the Dragon Dance is another 50%, but Dragon Pulse is just ×2. So Dragon Pulse can be more damage. They should knock it out. If it doesn't, we could be in trouble here because our defenses are now lower because of Dragon Descent, but I think we'll probably still be able to one-shot everything here. And there's her Altaria. So I kind of expect her to have a Mega Salamence, but I do think it would be really cool to have a Mega Garchomp. Especially because I'm pretty sure that Drake of the Elite Four, at least I hope he's going to have a Mega Salamence as his sort of signature Pokemon. And Noivern. So a pretty good team of dragons here. Let's use Dragon Descent. It is Rayquaza, especially Mega Rayquaza's signature move after all. Didn't really have one in the original games. I guess kind of Outrage, but I mean Dragonite and plenty of others could learn Outrage as well. I'd actually argue that Outrage is more of Dragonite's signature move, like in Gen 2. I don't think Kingdra could learn it in Gen 2, and the remakes it could from the Move Tutor. And okay, Salamance's what I thought. Now it did intimidate me, so that kind of cancels out my my Dragon Dance there. Even the Dragon Pulse might do more damage, just for fun, let's go for Dragon Ascent. Oh, okay, it did Mega Evolve at least, so... Now this actually could be bad, because if it does survive this, obviously Mega Salamence I'm pretty sure has better defenses than regular Salamence. It could probably kill me in recoil, or in its return fire, because we lowered our defense so much by using all this Dragon Ascent, so... Come on, Mega Rayquaza, give it your all, and he did. Critical hit, okay, perfect. Down goes Salamence. So like I said, a nice easy sweep. I don't know, do I wish I'd done that with my other team? Maybe a little bit, but I think, you know, Rayquaza's in the front of our party, it just made sense to go with him, so at least you got to see it in action. Just like I'd expect of you, Owen. I guess it falls to you now. That settles it then. Owen, you should even be able to beat that meteoroid that's approaching the planet. You and Rayquaza together. I am leaving this task to you, our new successor. Successor Owen. You and Rayquaza must protect nature, Pokemon, the people. Here's our spacesuit. Called that. Alright, Rayquaza, here we go. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Like a shooting star. Must be quite a view, just like the Apollo astronauts had. 50 years ago, and hopefully we'll have soon. As part of Project Artemis in the near future. Here's our good friend the Meteoroid. Hopefully Rayquaza redirects it and doesn't blow it up. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good, because science will tell us now instead of one big rock, you just have lots of small rocks about to hit you, which is not really that much better. And maybe some of them will go in different directions and not be, what is that? And not be impacting the Earth, but still. Ideally, you just want to give it a little nudge and send it in a different direction. That would be much better. Don't pull a Bruce Willis. I'm curious what this is, though. Same shape as the Sky Pillar. Oh. Something in the Meteoroid? Is that a, Oh, Deoxys! Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes total sense. Why didn't I think of Deoxys before? Right, it says Pokemon from space. It's a Gen 3 Pokemon. I guess because it was mythical previously. I guess it still is mythical, maybe. But does this mean we get to encounter Deoxys? That'd be really cool. Now, we don't have Breloom, so... Oh no, okay, I guess I shouldn't trade in Breloom here. This is what I get for saying that, you wouldn't have another chance here, so... Okay, well, we're gonna have to be really careful then. This is attack form Deoxys, I believe, or I guess maybe just normal form Deoxys. Um, I don't, even at extreme speed, I know Deoxys can be pretty fragile in some of its forms. So I'm gonna use, I think Zen Headbutt of all my moves, because what's not good against Psychic? Other Psychic moves, Fighting moves, that might be it. I don't think Psychic has too many resistances. So I think forward side jump kick would do a lot more than Slate's Zen Headbutt would. And I could do, can I inspect these guys? I'm going to do a little bit of thinking here if you guys don't mind. Okay, so we have 163 attack coming off a base 80 power move in Zen Headbutt. Time stab is 120. So it'd be 120 times 163 would give us a good baseline number for how much Zen Headbutt would do. That's assuming that Deoxys' defense and special defense are the same, but let's say that. So that'll be about almost 20,000. Now I was basically going to find whatever move would do the least damage here. I guess, oh, not very effective though, so divide by 2, right. So a little less than 10,000, so that's going to probably be the least then, because, I mean, like Eve could have 129 times Hyper Beam at 150, that's going to be more. That's almost double, so not Hyper Beam. Ice Beam is going to be evenly effective. I just can't imagine there's anything else in our team. That would be... Do we have any other fighting attacks? I don't think we do. Guess I wish we had Hammer Arm. Ghost is super effective. Poison, I'm pretty sure, is evenly effective. Maybe unevolved. Let me see about... How about if I don't Mega Evolve Altaria? Its special attack is only 97 times Flamethrower, which is base power 90. Ooh, that's actually a little less, but it could burn it. I don't think I want to take that risk. Even though it's only 10% chance. Just, you know, you guys know my luck that we had the poison all before, and yeah, Alright, let's go ahead and switch. Now, hopefully we don't die on the switch in here. But the good news is, Slate will doubly resist any psychic attack that Deoxys does. And I think, I could be wrong here, I think its signature move is like Psycho Boost, which is like a psychic type Hyper Beam. I don't really use Deoxys, it's kind of an Uber Pokemon, which is a different tier of competitive play. And I've only done that, like, I did it a few times just for fun, but not like seriously. I can see how much that did even being not very effective. The good news is, okay, so no, that's different. That's more like a, more like an overheat, where it lowers Deoxys' special attack. I wonder if I should Rock Polish. I'm sure we're slower, so... There's no recover, that could be problematic. Oh, I wish I had Breloom. Hopefully, our luck here will be just as good against Rayquaza. Cosmic Power, that's going to increase its defenses, which actually hurts me more than it helps me. You know, you could think like, oh, well, that'll be better because now you won't knock it out. You won't be as likely to knock it out. But remember, a crit goes through defenses no matter what. Okay, so I think we're pretty safe to actually use a Meteor Mash here. Even a critical hit Meteor Mash shouldn't knock it out. And this will do less damage now unless it crits. Did not crit. So we can go ahead and use a Hyper Potion after this. And thankfully its special attack is now very small. I don't know if it has any like physical moves, like Extreme Speed or something. We do know 3 of its moves already. Might as well go ahead and heal up. Seems like, ironically, Slate has been our best legendary catcher this episode so far. Hopefully that trend holds. And recover. Okay, having recover is going to make this really hard. And we don't have Braylon to put it to sleep too, so wow, that makes it really tough. There's a chance I might have to come back and do this again um, with Breloom, because if I can't stop it from recovering, I don't disable or anything like that. I can't put it to sleep, so yeah, I don't know. One thing, a critical hit. Okay, there we go. One thing I might just go ahead and, do I want to risk a recover? Do I want to lower its help? I think, and I don't, yeah, I haven't done the math on this clearly, but I would guess throwing 2 dust balls at this health would be better than throwing 1 dust ball at a little bit lower, like minus his end headbutt. Don't know that to be true. I assume space is dark, but let's give it a shot. So I wonder if this is maybe the only battle in space, which is why there's, game data for it. Wow, not even close. So it seems like, I don't know what Rayquaza's catch rate was, maybe better, but clearly Deoxys is, I think, probably 3, which is the base catch rate for, I think for Deoxys it's mystical, so I don't know. But I guess you can counter it still with like a item maybe. Not really sure, never did those. And Hyper Beam. Okay, that's another special attack, and it is again not very effective and does not get stabbed, so I'm not too worried about that. If it crits, it would do a lot of damage, but otherwise we're pretty safe. My real concern here is that without False Swipe, we're in danger of knocking it out by accident. And if we don't do that, we're either going to run out of Dust Balls or it's going to start struggling. I guess we'll probably run out of Dust Balls first. I could use the Master Ball. Maybe this is a good time, but I just like saving the Master Ball for... I'm one of those RPG people who just like, always like saving things. Don't think it could take another Zen Headbutt. It probably could, but again, if it crits and knocks it out, I'm not going to worry about that. I guess if we do happen to not catch it here for whatever reason, I'll probably just go back, catch Rayquaza again, do the battle. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad. I could do the battle against Zinnia with not using Rayquaza, using the rest of my team. I'd still have Rayquaza in the party. I wonder if they might even put Rayquaza to the front of your party, just as like an automatic thing. But we could always switch if that's the case. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, we don't have to. Okay, sweet. Would have been fun, but again, I'm really hoping that there are still more battles after this. There's an Elite Four rematch, so there's that. That might be it. But we'll have other battles too. Maybe some will be unintentionally challenging. Sometimes you never know where the challenge will come from. The DNA Pokemon in its normal form. Deoxys emerged from a virus that came from space. Oh god, that's just what we need right now. It is highly intelligent and wields psychokinetic powers. This Pokemon shoots lasers from the crystalline organ on its chest. Thankfully, experts agree, and I think it's logical, not that I'm an expert anyway, but that a space virus is like the Andromeda strain is not impossible, but unlikely. So obviously it's something that, we want to be very, very cautious about, because even if it's only like a 1% chance of happening, it could be very devastating to the planet. It could wipe out humanity. Worst case scenario, probably wouldn't do that, but, it could. But because, a virus from space would not have had humans to sort of test itself against and evolve against, do viruses even evolve? They're not really alive, so maybe not, but I'm sure there's some kind of natural selection process. They would not, even if there was like, say, Martian life that had viruses in it, it might be so different from Earth life that the virus wouldn't be able to replicate here. But when we do send humans to Mars, that is something we should be very, 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 very cautious about, because even though the risk is thankfully very low, obviously the downside is incredibly high. So always good to be cautious. And there's Aster. Where is Zinnia? You received a letter from Aster. From Aster? Or I guess Aster handed to me is what that meant. Presumably the letter is not written by Aster. I was finally able to bring everything to an end. I thank you for that. I think I'll spend some time now trying to find out if it's also possible to forge a new beginning for something once lost. Until we meet again, Zinnia. So that doesn't really clarify the mystery of Aster, though, and why was she talking as if he was gone? The energy reading appears to be diffusing. We can confirm that the Meteoroid has been destroyed, sir. Professor! The Meteoroid, it's... Thank the powers above, it's... Calm yourself, man. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm so happy I could kiss you. We did it, we actually did it. Wah! Success is ours. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, Owen. How'd you know it was me? And there's Wally. I'll be leaving then. Goodbye, Mom. Bye, Dad. Guess he was staying home for a bit after his unsuccessful challenge before the Pokemon League. Oh, wait a minute, Wally. That's right. Are you okay? You look like you were in trouble recently when those strange thugs came around. Of course. My Pokemon and I are fit for anything. See, Owen got my Keystone back for me. I was just about to say that. I wonder if we can see Wally and give him his Keystone back. And Mr. Norman gave me a ticket to a resort that sounds really neat. I can't wait to go and check it out. My, I never dreamed I would one day think that Wally was too well. Yes, but he looks so honestly happy. I can't help feeling happy too. All proud parents. Glad Wally is all grown up now. Meanwhile, at Team Aqua. Bro! Sorry. He almost destroys the world, or tries, I don't know about almost, he tries to destroy the world and just says sorry. Doesn't quite cut it. Like, why aren't these guys in jail? Come on now. Are there no jails in Pokemon? Everyone just has a change of heart? Archie, it looks like Matt feels sorry for what he's done. That's great, but I mean, you try to destroy the world. If anything is a crime, that should be a crime. Both Archie and him, they should all be in jail. This is a criminal organization. Why is it not disbanded? Oh, God. This is logic for you. It's unforgivable. Thank you, Archie, although, again, he doesn't really have any high ground to speak from. Ah, bro. Absolutely unforgivable. Archie, I can't forgive what I've done. Huh? I drove my own loyal crew to such despair as this. I have no right to call myself a leader anymore. I'm sorry, Matt. I truly am. Oh, bro. I feel like they just made like a joke of him, which I kind of like. It's kind of funny. I'm planning to start everything over from scratch, Matt. What happened back then with Kyogre and what happened this time? Look, you can't do anything if you're all wrapped up in what you believe. Team Aqua or Team Magma, Pokemon or people, there's no reason why we've got to pick just one of them. It might be a pain, it might even be a bit scary, but we've got to take that step into the unknown. Mix with people who aren't like us. That's the kind of Team Aqua that I want us to be from now on. You think you can be a part of that kind of Team Aqua, Matt? Oh, you bet I will. I can't believe these two. What do they think they're doing standing there with their faces all wet with tears? Well, I guess it could be worse. Indeed. Something our modern political parties probably learned to get along with each other a little bit more. I still owe you for your help with the Sky Pillar. Thank you for that. Haha. How unlike you to be so thoughtful. Heh. You know, this experience really brought it home for me again. That there is still so much about this world that I do not know. I wonder what would have happened to Hoenn if Owen had not been here to aid us with this, and the incident with a super ancient Pokemon, I alone was powerless to stop either. Not sure you alone, I think a lot of people were powerless to stop either. There is no one person in this world who knows all, no one who can do all. Stephen, this is no cause for such worries or concern. Huh. Don't worry, it's not that I am so shocked by my own disappointing performance, but rather what? I was just thinking about how much more there is I must learn about nature, about Pokemon, and about my fellow humans as well. If I am to keep living in this huge wide world, I want to walk the world on my own 2 feet, to see it with my own eyes, to feel it on my very skin. I need to put into practice all the advice I ever gave to Owen. That's what I am thinking now. Stephen, you can't intend to... but no need to fear. I won't just disappear at once. I'll still be around doing my duty on behalf of the Pokemon League. But, although, isn't he's dethroned now, right? Doesn't he not really have an official duty? Isn't he a former champion, like a former president? Not really sure how that works. When the time does come for me to pursue my own hopes, well, I hope that you, Wallace, will be behind me to lend a hand. Seems like I have little choice. I bow to the whims of the pampered air. I, Wallace, will do this thing you wish. Ha ha ha, thank you, my friend. Alright. Wise words from our two former and Ultra Universe champions. Aster, it's over. It's all over. Zinnia, my child. Granny, you have worked so hard. It is enough, child. Be done with your burden. Let it go now. For everything there must be an ending. Only then can there be a new beginning. This is the immutable truth that all living things on this planet, great and small, must accept. We Draconids have seen it in our history, as you have seen it in your own life. Now is the time for rest. Let down the great burden you have borne so long alone, so that you might at last take a step forward toward new life. Now is the time for rest. Yes. Okay. Bit of an ominous ending. Hopefully she's just starting on her own new adventure. I suppose May and Owen have probably arrived by now. I imagine so. The weather is good today. They should get a good view of the stars. But you know, I really am glad we moved here from Johto. I think that meeting you, Birch, and Mrs. Birch, and little May has had a... is her name Mrs. Birch, or does she have a name? Has had a huge impact on Owen's life. Oh, it's just the same for our May. Don't you agree, dear? Of course. Whenever she does make it home, all May has to talk about is Pokemon and her precious friend Owen. I think she's over the moon about this adventure and the great friends she's found. I think our boy is just the same. He always looks so happy these days. I hope you'll come over to look after our Owen for many more years to come. Haha, why, Norman, you don't even have to ask. Nothing could make me happier. Haha, thanks, old friend. Old friend? They've only been friends for like a few months. Well then, dear, isn't it about time we were headed back home? I should get supper started. Oh yes, those kids will probably be starving when they get home. Oh, I didn't make any plans yet for dinner. What do you think we should have, dear? How about our little boy's favorite? Steamed crabs? No? Don't have those? Steamed crabbies, I guess? Or crawdons? I guess crawdon's more of a lobster. Why don't they also have dinner together? Like, they're all just there. It seems like they're close. They live next door. Just have dinner together. Anyway. Meanwhile, at the Space Center, seems like it's finally time for May and I to watch the little Annoys together. Is she buying a souvenir first? Binoculars, maybe? Getting your picture taken in a spacesuit? That's cool. That was amazing. So those are the little Annoyeds. All they put into this, they don't even show you the meteor shower at the end. That seems a little bit sad, but okay. I'm really going to need your thank your dad for this one. Because come on, I've never felt this touch before. Oh, I guess I should thank you too, Owen. I'm so glad I got to see this with you. Thank you for visiting the Mossdeep Space Center. The center will be closing shortly. Please make sure that you don't forget anything when you leave. It's true what they say, though. Time really flies when you're having fun. My Nana has a grandfather clock that says Tempus Fugit, which is Latin for time flies. Always thought that was appropriate. Well, bye then. Have a good dinner, May. Owen, see you tomorrow. Hopefully we get to battle her again, too. We haven't faced, we did face Mega Swampert, didn't we? I don't even remember now. Yeah, we did. That's right. We did right after the Pokemon League battle. But hopefully we get to face her one more time and she's even stronger still. That'd be really cool. You're home at last. Welcome back, Owen. All right. Good to be home. End of the Delta episode. Very cool. So I enjoyed it. I thought that was great. Definitely one of the best post games. Kind of a nice little, little bonus quest there. Definitely a lot of fun. Okay, no credits this time. I will say it's kind of. I always have this trouble where if somebody tells me like sometimes I'll hear like, oh, that movie wasn't too good, and then I'll watch it, and because my expectations are so low, I'll actually really enjoy it. I'll enjoy it more going into it thinking it might not be that good than I would vice versa. That's kind of one of the reasons I like going into either video games or movies and things without any spoilers. I do usually look up reviews just to kind of get make sure it's a movie or a game worth seeing or playing. But you like it a little bit more that way, I think, going in without any high expectations. Because I went into the Delta episode with very high expectations, hearing it was just an amazing post game, I was actually a little, not disappointed, it's not the right word, but I think it could have been better. I could definitely see lots of room for improvement, which some of which I've commented on before, and I think it would have been cool to face India with Mega Rayquaza and maybe do more in space and actually explore like, an asteroid or something. I do like the surprise of Deoxys, that was really cool. But yeah, I feel like they could have probably done a little bit more with that and dragged it out a little bit more and made some more interesting battles. But yeah, it was still pretty cool. Hmm? I also think maybe I would have liked less dialogue and more actual like dungeons and fighting, and not just Team Aqua grunts with the exact same Pokemon like the Team Aqua admin, Team Magma, and maybe City could have had a Dragon Cult. Like there's so many things they could have done to do more interesting battles as opposed to just the same Team Aqua grunts over and over again. I was actually thinking the other episode that, ironically, the most fun we had, I think, is at that part of the Delta episode was not fighting all the regular trainers. It was fighting those random like Pokemon nerds and Kindlers who had the really cool Agron and Rhyperior. That was more interesting to me than all the other battles. So while the plot was really fun, I love the character of Zinnia, and I love that the fact they took you around to all these different areas of Hoenn again, and it was a really cool plot and animation and all. Um, but in terms of the actual like combat, I think it was fine. It did the trick, but it probably could have been a little bit better. I also don't like that she had the same Mega Evolution. There's so many Mega Evolutions to choose from, and very few we get to actually see in these games. That having presumably a duplicate one, kind of seems like a waste. But I guess they wanted to give her maybe a Hoenn-based dragon. I don't know. Morning, Owen. You must have been bushed. You slept like a log. Oh, but before I forget, this came for you. It's from someone named Briny. SS ticket, okay? You know Mr. Briny, of course. So it was a ferry ticket, was it? As I recall, you can catch the ferry from the ports in Slateport and Lily Cove. Owen, if you have ambition as a trainer, I want you to take that ferry to the Battle Resort. I think it will teach you that there is no end to a trainer's chosen path. I better be heading back to the Petalburg gym then. Thanks for looking after the house while I'm away, honey. Oh, that dad of yours. Can't he ever forget about work? I wish he could just switch it off sometime and take it easy sometimes. I love him just the way he is. Well, that's good. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, as we have concluded the Delta episode, or no, I will not, okay? Help me! Did that scientist again? Or Professor Birch out in the woods in a field visit? Right where we started. Oh, do we get another starter? That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Not that we really need another starter. A Shroomish. Oh, how bad could a Shroomish be? Oh, why if it isn't Owen? Help a professor out. Can you even find a Shroomish on this route? I've got some Pokeballs in my bag there. Oh, you know what'd be really cool? I actually hope it's not another starter, because that'd be kind of unusual. I hope it's maybe a starter from a different generation. Maybe Gen 4 or Gen 6. That'd be cool. Alright, Generation 2. Okay, that's cool. Well, who do we want here? They're all pretty cool. We trained Chikorita in my Heart Gold Let's Play, so let's go ahead and choose Totodile. Totodile's always been kind of my favorite of the Johto starters. It's kind of almost a little bit dragon-like. You can learn a couple dragon moves. You can learn Dragon Dance, which is awesome. Um, it was the first one I chose many, many years ago, so I'm sure I'm going to do anything with it, but we'll choose Totodile anyway. It'd be cool to it'd be really. I've always kind of thought about doing this with Pokemon games, but then I always think like, why do it in an existing game instead of just starting a new game? But it'd be cool to kind of start with a new team of Pokemon, like this, kind of like Ash does when he goes to a new region, although he keeps Pikachu obviously. But we could have Shroomish, or not Shroomish. We could have Totodile, maybe I'll catch an Aaron. I could do like a whole new team of new Pokemon. It would be really fun. But the downside is you can't face any trainers or gym battles. It'd just be wild Pokemon, and I mean I guess you can rematch trainers, but now they're just very powerful for the levels they're on. So I think if you wanted to do that, it'd be better and more fun just to start a new game. My, good thing that Shroomish wasn't as fierce as it seemed. I sure do appreciate you trying to help me out though. In fact, why don't you keep that Pokemon? Yes, one from the Johto region. Alright guys, we got a Totodile. Very cool. Well, see you later. I somehow get the feeling that I will if I stick around here. Oh, I am sure. Alright. So as I was saying, I'm going to end the episode here. So my thoughts on the Delta episode. I'm going to give it an A minus, because it's one of those where like, I think it was great. Like, going into if I had not known about it entirely, if I had just gone to this Let's Play completely blind, not even knowing there was a Delta episode, which is hard to do. You see it everywhere on the wiki. But then I would have probably been like, oh, it was amazing. That was so cool. And it was amazing. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that I went in with high expectations just makes me wish there had been even more to it. But hey, who knows? Maybe in another 10 years, they'll do a really cool, like, it's probably a VR version by then of, Pokemon, Ultra Alpha Sapphire. God knows what they're going to call it. They'll find something, I'm sure. But I hope they do, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And maybe I'll do a Let's Play of it if Let's Plays are even still a thing then. Maybe they'll be like 3D Let's Plays where you can like, again, put on like a headset and like experience this with me, like from my eyes going through Hoenn. How cool would that be? Like to video record in virtual reality your adventure and then to experience it. I mean, think of what you could do. You could experience like when the astronauts go back to the moon, they could record it in VR and you could experience it from their perspective. Like I imagine they're going to do that. I mean, that's 4 years away. Technology is already pretty much here. Like that's just I just thought of that, and that seems like something that's going to happen and going to be really cool. So I'm excited. Anyway, we've already been to space in Pokemon, but we could go to space a little more realistically and safely from the comfort of our living rooms. But anyway, we do have more to do. I'll talk about that a little more next episode. But yeah, for now, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for plenty more fun here in Hoenn as we continue our Let's Play of Alpha Sapphire.